Hi, we're going to do a reading of the day, but first we're going to do a thought of the day. This is what I'm thinking about today. So I know that I'm doing well in my heart and my head, right? My mental health is good. I'm in good spiritual condition if I have the ability to rest. And here's why I say that. When I'm a mess and my head is jam-packed with things that I don't want to think about and I don't want to feel, if I'm running from pain, my house is spotless. I'm always doing something. I'm always coming up with a new idea. I'm always go, 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 go. You'll see me out all over the place. If you notice here lately, I went to Florida, right? But all my videos, I'm at home. Anything that you really saw from Florida, I was either laying at the beach, laying by a pool, or eating at a restaurant. And it is so healthy for me to just rest and feel my feelings. And it's so funny to look back even like a year ago, even 9 months ago, and see how go, 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 go I was. And the real reason for that is because I was running from myself, running from my feelings, running from all the things that I didn't want to talk about and I didn't want to deal with, I didn't want to cry about. And when I finally gave myself a chance to just really be with myself, feel my feelings, allow my body to feel my feelings fully until they dissipated from my body, now I have the ability to rest. So that's a very good thing. Now we're going to do a reading of the day. And let's think of a topic. What do we want to do this on? Collectively, we're going to talk about ego death. If you don't know what ego death is, let me know and I'll do a video on that because I got a hell of an experience with the ego death. And I've been watching all kinds of videos about it today and yesterday, and I'm thinking all these amazing things about, oh my God, I feel like I've had an excessive amount of ego deaths, but that's fine. Whatever, I needed it. All right, first card, community. I feel like we've gotten the community card before in these readings not long ago, which makes sense because we're building community. Serendipity, we've been getting that one a lot too. Isn't it funny how that happens? How we get the same cards over and over and over again. Maybe there's something about that. And we got Observer. I feel like, I don't know, I got that one this morning for myself. So maybe I'm mixing up the ones I'm getting for myself and the ones that we're doing together. I don't know. You'll have to remind me. All right. So community. So we've been talking about this a lot. And if we're centering that around ego death, so an ego death, I'll give you a brief thing here. So an ego death is basically when something that you've put your full identity in, and this is my opinion. Let me say that. This is my opinion. This is my experience. This is my knowledge upon ego death. Anyway, something that you put your full identity in, right? And then it's ripped from you and it leaves you feeling lost. Say you have a profession that you've done for 10 years and then you lose your job, or you choose to find a new job, right? But you're trying to find your place in this other profession, and it's like you feel all these feelings. You experience an ego death. If you go through a breakup, if you ever had a problem with drugs or alcohol and you got clean or sober or whatever you call it off those drugs and alcohol, you'll experience an ego death because it's such a huge part of your identity that you're losing. So where community comes into that, right, is because in that ego death, when we lose that part of ourselves, we need to find a new community that's taking us closer to who we truly are. And that's the whole point of the ego death. We've put in too much into that identity. And that is not who we are. We are not the teacher. We are not the mother, the wife, the husband, the addict, the alcoholic. We're not just those people, right? That might be an aspect of us. But truly, what we are is love. And that's it. Our soul is loving awareness. These dogs are getting a little crazy. They're playing. Do you want to see them? There they are. Anyway, so with that, right, we need to find community of like-minded people, not only to feel less alone, but also to support us in that time. And then serendipity, and you can see it has a 4-leaf clover. So this card is a lot of representation to me of luck too. And I think it's kind of coming in after the community card, because really when you think about it, the first step is going to be finding somebody or something that can help you through these feelings, help you through this experience. And then trusting that it will get better, that this ego death that you're experiencing, even if you don't know that it's an ego death, even if you just think, oh my God, I lost my job. Oh my God, you don't have to call it that. That's just what I call it. you have to trust, and it will lead you to finding yourself more if you allow it to, if you seek within. And then the last card we got is observer, and that goes right in with seeking within. Not only are we seeking within, but we're also going to be observing outside of ourselves, because how else are we going to learn and figure out exactly where we fit, right? And so for me, I don't know that it's necessarily, I don't know if finding where we fit is the right word. Because the truth is, the only place that I really need to fit is within me, within my own home. I need to be comfortable in my body. I need to fit into my body. I need to be able to look inside of my heart space. I need to be able to find the grace within. So, by observing others and their process, it has greatly helped me to do that, right? And even, like I said, I've been watching these videos about ego death. There's this lady named Elizabeth April that I just randomly came across, and not all of our experiences are exactly the same. There's a lot of things she talks about that don't really resonate with me, but there's a whole lot of other stuff that I'm like, oh my God, she gets it. And listening to her talk about ego death for the last couple of days, I'm like, oh my God, I have had so much of that. And it has literally led me to figuring out who I truly am and feeling like a being of love. And I always say that doesn't mean that every moment is perfect, right? It doesn't mean that I'm going to lose all these parts of myself. What I'm doing is I'm recognizing that that is not all parts of me, that I am much more than that. I am more than just one thing or another. So with that, I hope you have a lovely day. Do something for yourself, whatever it may be that you like to do, whether that's meditate, yoga, reading some spiritual text or religious text or praying, whatever it is that you do for yourself, for your spiritual welfare, you should do that today. And just allow yourself to be a little bit. It's okay to feel. Love you. Bye.